Hey guys, my name is Rajan and you're watching LensWatch. Today I've got the latest S25 Ultra with me, which is the flagship of 2025. And on the other, I'm going to compare this with the S24 Ultra, which is the previous year Samsung flagship. I really love its cameras and let's see if there's any improvement with the S25 Ultra. I really like the design of the previous year S24 Ultra, but let's see if there's any improvement in terms of cameras and should you upgrade this phone. And we're going to test selfies, portrait video and everything in this comparison. So let's start the comparison now.
So if you look at the camera spec, there isn't a huge difference. We just have the latest ultra wide 50 megapixel camera, but let's check if the processing has got any better. So let's start the video now. Here I wanted to test the dynamic range and colors at 1x, and right away the S25 Ultra applies a heavily processed look with extreme contrast, making the shot almost unusable. The skin tones on the S24 Ultra looks much better and the dynamic range is clearly superior. The clouds, the sunsets and overall background mode look far more balanced. While zooming in reveals slightly better details on the S25 Ultra, it doesn't make up for poor skin tones and overall processing. So this round is an easy win for the S24 Ultra at 1x. Let's check out more shots. Alright, here's an ultra wide shot, and while the specs have improved from 12 megapixel to 50 megapixel this year, let's see if that translates to real world differences. Surprisingly, the ultra wide still struggled with dynamic range. I also compared it with the X200 Pro and noticed a similar issue. It tends to produce very dark shots. At night, the difference isn't very noticeable either. Like in some cases, the darker exposure works in favor of the S25 Ultra, but most of the time it's just too dark to look good. When zooming in, there is barely any difference in sharpness or details. Honestly, I prefer the S24 Ultra shot here. It handles dynamic range and colors much better. Not shown what's going on with the S25 Ultra here, like the dynamic range is not looking good here. Let's check out more ultra wide shot as we continue. For now, this round goes to the S24 Ultra. Alright, here I wanted to check the sky's colors, and it was a sunset moment, and right away you can notice that both of these pictures look very similar. There isn't a huge difference, but one thing to notice that the S24 Ultra is slightly applying a better highlight control here. I would say the exposure is slightly better on this S24 Ultra, but there isn't a huge difference to call a picture winner, so I would give +1 to both of these pictures. So let's check out more shots now. Alright, here's another shot, and once again the S24 Ultra goes for a more saturated and vibrant look, while the S25 Ultra keeps things more natural. Zooming in on the face, the details are slightly better on the S24 Ultra, though the difference isn't huge. However, the S25 Ultra applies noise reduction, which smooths the face but also effectively reduces noise. The real changes come when looking at the jacket. The S25 Ultra handles blacks much better, while the S24 Ultra adds a slight pinkish tint, making it look less authentic. The deeper blacks on the S25 Ultra looks more natural, and the leather jacket texture are also noticeably better. Overall, there is a clear improvement here, and I prefer the S25 Ultra shot. So this round goes to the S25 Ultra. Let's check out more shots. Alright, here's a 5x zoom shot, and right away you can see that the S24 Ultra appears brighter, with noticeably brighter skin tones. However, the S25 Ultra delivers cleaner and more accurate skin tones overall. Zooming in, the texture looks slightly cleaner on the S25 Ultra. While the difference isn't huge, there is some effective noise reduction on the face, making it appear smoother and more refined. Thus, noise reduction does improve the overall look, giving the S25 Ultra cleaner output compared to the S24 Ultra. So with better skin tones and improved noise handling, the round goes to the S25 Ultra here. Alright, here's a zoom shot from both phones, and let's see if there's any improvement. At first glance, the S24 Ultra looks more vibrant and brighter, which might seem better initially, but when we zoom in, the details tells a different story. Look at the stone above, it noticeably sharper on the S25 Ultra with better detail retention. There is also some noise on the S24 Ultra that has been cleaned up on the S25 Ultra. Even the text appear much more cleaner on the S25 Ultra. While the vibrancy and brightness are slightly lower, the overall detail and sharpness make it the winner here. It's definitely an improvement, though not a massive one. So this round goes to the S25 Ultra. Let's check out more zoom shots. Alright, here's another portrait shot where the upgrade definitely makes a difference. The S25 Ultra clearly handles the background, dynamic range and overall scene much better than the S24 Ultra. You can see the clouds and even the sunset in the background, giving the shot more depth. The bokeh is also more subtle and natural. Zooming in, the colors look better on the S25 Ultra, and there is a noticeably less noise compared to the S24 Ultra. Overall, the S25 Ultra delivers the better shot here. So this round goes to the S25 Ultra. Let's check out more shots. Alright, here's a portrait shot, and right away you can see a difference in the background bokeh. The S24 Ultra's blur appears brighter but slightly less realistic, while the S25 Ultra applies a different style of bokeh. It ultimately comes down to personal preference, but I prefer the S25 Ultra's bokeh since it's also preserve the background's dynamic range better. Zooming in, the S25 Ultra has less noise on the face due to its noise reduction. Though the overall details remain very similar, the real difference lies in the colors. The S25 Ultra delivers more contrast, making the tones look more authentic, especially on the face. Skin tones also appear more natural here. So once again, the win goes to the S25 Ultra. Let's check out more shots. Alright, here's another portrait shot, but this time the upgrade doesn't seem to be an improvement. The S24 Ultra clearly handles colors and temperature and skin tones better. Zooming in, the details are slightly sharper on the S24 Ultra, and it also nails the focus better. The S25 Ultra's face appears a bit out of focus, I would say, likely due to the low light conditions, while the S25 Ultra does offer slightly better dynamic range. The overall colors and details look much better on the S24 Ultra. There is also a slight pinkish tint on the S25 Ultra shot, which doesn't look very appealing. So in this case, the S24 Ultra takes the win. Let's check out more shots. Alright, here are selfies from both devices, and a lot has changed. The S24 Ultra previously had a yellowish or greenish tint on faces, but the S25 Ultra has fixed that. Plus, the blacks in selfies now look more natural and authentic, almost iPhone-like skin tones, and looks like Samsung took some inspiration there. Like, the dynamic range has also improved noticeably. You can see more details in the background, like the bluish clouds, which add a nice touch. Overall, I'm really impressed with this year's selfies cameras on the S25 Ultra. It's definitely in the top 3 for this year. Noise reduction on the face is also handled well, and details have improved significantly. So this round goes to the S25 Ultra. Let's check out more shots. Alright, here's another selfie, and while we can clearly see that the S24 Ultra may seem to have more details at first, but it's heavily sharpening both the face and the background, making the trees look overdone. The S25 Ultra, on the other hand, offers a softer, smoother background. The skin tones are much more natural on the S25 Ultra, with makeup looking realistic. While the S25 Ultra could use a little more detail, I prefer its most balanced look overall. So the S25 Ultra wins this selfie round for me. Let's check out another shot. Alright, sounds like the S25 Ultra has made some notable improvements in its selfie portrait capabilities, particularly with better skin tone accuracy and reduced noise, especially in the hair. The comparison with the iPhone skin tones rendering is interesting, as Samsung seems to have taken the inspiration from Apple's more natural look this year. The S24 Ultra appears to have some color issues with a slightly pinkish tints affecting the skin tones, while the S25 Ultra has refined this, offering more balanced and realistic results. So it looks like the S25 Ultra is the clear winner here for the selfie portraits. So let's check out more shots now. Alright, here's a 1x night shot, and the S25 Ultra shows some clear improvements. It does a better job at reducing lens flare, whereas the S24 Ultra has a slight flare visible. The S25 Ultra also captures better details with less noise on the model, while the S24 Ultra introduces some noticeable noise. However, both phones still struggle with the same issue. The sky has that pinkish purplish tint which doesn't look great. Looking at the background, the S25 Ultra again handles noise better, making the overall shot cleaner. So at 1x in night condition, the S25 Ultra takes the win. Let's check out the next picture. Alright, here's a 1x shot, and right away there is no major difference between the two at night. The S25 Ultra slightly improves highlights, manages and colors accuracy a little better, and it also controls the flare a little better, but not enough to declare a clear winner. However, the S25 Ultra still struggles with the same old issue. The sky has a purple or pinkish tint which Samsung hasn't fixed yet. It's been a long-standing problem and it really needs to be addressed now. In terms of details, both devices perform similarly, so I'd say this round is a tie. Let's check out more shots. Alright, here's a wide-angle shot at night, and despite this S25 Ultra's 50 megapixel sensor, it doesn't offer much advantage in terms of detail. In fact, the 12 megapixel wide-angle shot from the S24 Ultra looks noticeably better in detail. However, the S25 Ultra does a better job controlling noise. thanks to its noise reduction processing. It also handles lens flare better, as there is a slight flare visible on the S24 Ultra that isn't present on the S25 Ultra. If we zoom in, the S25 Ultra's noise reduction seems to be working against it, as the S24 Ultra retains slightly better details. So overall, I'd call this one a tie for nighttime wide angle shots. Let's check out more shots. Alright, here's another night portrait, and once again the S25 Ultra's weaker night cameras aren't helping. The S24 Ultra clearly does a much better job with background bokeh and overall night performance. The S25 Ultra struggles to focus on the model properly, and there is no noticeable detail enhancement either. Overall, the S24 Ultra delivers a far superior shot in this scenario. So this round goes to the S24 Ultra. Let's check out more shots.
Hey guys, my name is Rajan and you're watching Lens Wars. So today I'm recording on S24 Ultra and the S25 Ultra. Both are the latest flagship of 2025, and you can check the video quality here and the audio quality and you can see this exclusive review on my channel. So you can check the dynamic range here and the audio quality. Do check out more videos.
When it comes to selfie video performance, both phones use the same 12 megapixel sensor from the last year, but the color processing makes a huge difference. This 25 Ultra stands out with more vibrant and appealing colors, which I personally prefer. For cinematic videos, there's not much of a difference. Both phones deliver similar performance in terms of colors, background bokeh and overall processing. However, in regular video, the S25 Ultra has a slight edge with better dynamic range handling and improved color accuracy. What do you guys think about the video performance? Let me know in the comments. Now let's move on to the conclusion. Here are the final scores, and you can see the S25 Ultra has outperformed the S24 Ultra. While the overall picture quality isn't drastically different, I really like this year's selfie camera. The improved color processing and noise reduction give the S25 Ultra an edge, likely thanks to the Samsung's new image algorithm. The selfie skin tones this year are much closer to iPhones, which I personally prefer. However, when it comes to design, I still favors last year's S24 Ultra. It looked more premium. That said, the S25 Ultra is slightly more comfortable to hold. As for the colors, I find this year's options a bit dull compared to the last year's. The jade green looks interesting, but I haven't had a chance to check it out. Let me know what you guys thought of this comparison, and don't forget to subscribe. I'll be dropping a OnePlus 13 versus S25 Ultra comparison soon, along with the iPhone 16 Pro Max. Stay tuned and have a great day. Peace.